The Pentagon has always been about war, but branding it as defense gave it moral cover. It made Americans feel like all those bombs and invasions were necessary to protect freedom. Changing the name strips away the mask. It's like when Facebook renamed itself Meta, it's still the same company, just worse. Except in this case, instead of selling you ash, they're selling you war. Now, imagine how this looks to the rest of the world. China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, they've been calling the US imperialists for decades. And now Trump is basically saying, yeah, we are imperialists and we're proud of it. The Department of War sounds like a comic book villain headquarters. China, we have the People's Liberation Army. Russia, we have the Ministry of Defense. America, we have the Department of War. It's not even subtle anymore. But here's why this matters beyond just branding. Words matters, languages shape policy. When you call something the Department of Defense, there is still an expectation, however thin, that it's about protecting, not provoking. When you call it the Department of War, you are saying openly, we're here to fight, we're here to attack, we're here to dominate. That's dangerous because it normalizes aggression. It makes war sound inevitable. And when you have a president who loves flexing power, who brags about nukes, that's not just semantics, that's policy, that's life and death. Of course, Trump supporters will spin this as honesty. They'll say, finally a president who calls it what it is. This is about strength, not weakness. But let's be real, this isn't about strength. This is about nostalgia. Trump wants to go back to the 1940s, when America won wars, when America was on top. But the world has changed. Today, wars are endless, messy, unwinnable. Iraq, Afghanistan, 20 years of fighting, trillions spent, thousands of lives lost. For what? Victory is no longer guaranteed. It's not 1945 anymore. The Department of Defense was always the Department of War. Trump is just putting the label back on the box. But by doing so, he's also telling the world, America is done pretending. We're not here to defend, we're here to fight. And if history tells us anything, once you start branding war as a product, it sells. But the cost isn't measured in dollars, it's measured in lives. So yeah, the Pentagon is now the Department of War. Honestly, if you're going down this road, let's be real about everything. Call the IRS the Department of Pain. Call the TSA the Department of Take Off Your Shoes. And Congress, call it the Department of Doing Absolutely Nothing. Because at least then, we'll all know exactly what we're signing up for. So that's it, guys. Let me remind you again, this is my take, no hate intended. This is based on the CNBC report. This is political satire. If you guys found this breakdown useful, hit like, hit share. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe to the channel. Because in today's America, reality is stranger than satire and somebody's got to keep it real.